Hello, welcome to another show of Spa Living, and today we're going to meet with Adrian Payne Rogers. Coming to Vietnam more than 4 years ago, this man now has a busy life in Ho Chí Minh City, working as a TV host and a rapper. Now let's meet this man and listen to his story of how he has become a part of the entertainment scene here.
Xin chào các bạn, tôi tên Adrian. Adrian là người Tây Ban Nha và Scotland. Adrian là 27 tuổi, sống ở Việt Nam 4 năm rồi.
Adrian hardly knew anything about Vietnam before he came here. But thanks to his flexibility and easygoing nature, he soon became part of local life. For now, Adrian works as a TV host for different TV shows in Ho Chí Minh City. He also produces music, especially hip-hop, which is his greatest passion. And thanks to the huge number of opportunities he has found here, Ho Chí Minh City has now become his second home. Before coming to Vietnam, Adrian and his brother lived in Thailand, and he worked as a teacher. When they thought of having a change, they picked Vietnam at random. He had never even met a Vietnamese outside of Vietnam and had no idea what Ho Chí Minh City, their destination, was like. But then, it all changed when they reached the city.
Before I came to Vietnam, the truth is that I didn't really know anything about Vietnam apart from what you hear in, newspapers or whatever, which is kind of like vague, you don't have any real information about how Vietnam is. And then, bang, we landed, a massive city. And I was on the taxi looking outside thinking, wow, the traffic here is just, what is this? I found a job after maybe a couple of weeks because I already had experience and stuff, so it was kind of easy. And then after a month I moved to a bigger house, then blah blah blah, and that's how I ended up where I am now.
And when Adrian felt that this could be a nice place to stay, he decided to do the thing that he always does when coming to a country: learn the local language.
Is that I think that if you're going to live in a country, it's always better to learn the language, Because, Vietnam is one of the places where you can get away with not really learning the language, but, you're in Vietnam, learn Vietnamese, come on, mix with the people, Learn, it's going to help you, really discover Vietnam.
With great determination, Adrian tried to master the Vietnamese language. However, it's taken much more time than he thought.
I have to say that you guys have like the most difficult language in the world. Like any other language, I've learned it way faster than this one. I speak 3 languages, which are English, Spanish, and Thai, which I've already mostly forgot. But Vietnamese is like, it feels like if it's impossible to learn it, But I'm trying hard. I'm doing better than other people, I guess.
With some knowledge about the language, Adrian has sunk himself deeper into the local lifestyle, trying to get an insight into everything. Tonight, he's on a visit to an evening class at An Hội School in Go Vấp district. The class was open for children who are from poor families and could not come to school during the daytime. Coming here, Adrian hopes he can learn more about the children, the desire to learn, and also he can pick up some more knowledge about the language.
And after 2 or 3 years, I I could speak Vietnamese, but I couldn't write or read because, you know, you're self-taught. That's kind of more difficult, you know. So I hired a couple of private teachers. It only lasted a month or a month and something. Then I joined one of the universities here, and I studied a little bit there. But again, another month and a half or so. So yeah, I can't really say that my Vietnamese comes from studying. It's more kind of like self-taught.
And as Adrian's language skill improves, he has an opportunity to work in a new role, TV host. This is one of the shows that Adrian hosted during his stay in Ho Chi Minh City. Although this is something he has not planned to do in Vietnam, he did it quite well.
Adrian, chọn loại cỏ nào đây?
Ngựa thường thường nó ăn 3 loại cỏ. Cỏ tươi tốt và rất đẹp và ngọt.
Ok, cạch sao chủ cạch hết hả?
Cắt sạch sẽ hết.
One day, I received a phone call from someone, and they said, "Oh, hi, is this Payne?" Blah blah. And I'm like, "Yeah, this is me." They're like, "Oh, I would like to invite you to a TV show," and I was like, "Okay." You know, it was my first time ever in Vietnam to do a TV show, you know, and I didn't really know what it was about. So I just showed up in the morning, and then they're like, "Okay, yeah, you have to do this and that," and I was like, "Okay." So we did this TV show. I was kind of confused, you know, because it was my first time doing that. So we did that. It got aired, and from then they called me to do another TV show for Year One TV. And then from there they called me to do another show with another channel, and like that it just kept linking. So one channel called me through another channel, blah blah blah, and until I ended up doing this TV show that I'm hosting right now on HTV7, Vietnam That Nước Tôi Yêu. And they called me once, and then they kept calling me, and we do something like an episode a week or something like that.
Chào em có phải là Adrian không?
Dạ đúng rồi anh ơi. Adrian là người lạ, làm sao lắm quen với các chú ngựa ở đây?
Thì cái thứ nhất là mình phải cho ngựa ăn, sau đó là mình vuốt ve ngựa, cho ngựa thân thiện với mình hơn.
Và các chú ngựa ở đây bao nhiêu tuổi?
Thường là 8 tuổi đổ lại.
Tên chú ngựa ở đây là gì anh?
Ở đây là Zabolo và ở đây là Rắc.
Cưỡi ngựa là môn thể thao hay lắm, nhưng chăm sóc ngựa không dễ đâu. Quan trọng là đây.
Working as a TV host may be a dream for some, but for Adrian, the job brings him both nice and uncomfortable experiences.
Some topics are interesting, you know, you learn new things, but I remember this time, I can probably point out two main ones that were a bit of a nightmare. That was the first TV show I did because I was really confused. I had no idea. I didn't really sleep much the night before, so I was really tired. That was the first one. The second one, I had to shoot a TV show about cooking bún riêu cua, you know, like crab soup with noodles. And we had to go to a market which only opens at 3 a.m. So I had to shoot during the day, come back home, sleep a couple of hours, go back out at 3 a.m. and shoot till like 5 a.m. In a market full of crabs, and then come back home, sleep a couple of hours, and then go to work. And it was not fun. To be honest with you, it was kind of like, it was just tough.
Despite the difficulties, Adrian still appreciates the job, which brings him the opportunity to explore the country he lives in. Rapping is Adrian's biggest passion. and he was keen to explore the country's growing hip-hop scene.
Actually, the first year I got to Vietnam, I thought there was no rap. And then through someone, they showed me a video of two Vietnamese rappers who are quite big right now, you know, and they were underground before. And I watched that video and it was really like underground, you know, like quite my style, you know, and I thought, oh, there is actually like rap here. And then from there, I started kind of discovering other crews, blah, 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 and then I discovered the underground rap.
Seeing the potential of a hip-hop culture, Adrian soon jumped into the scene. Today, he's visiting Mark, his brother, who is also a DJ and a beat maker. Mark is the one who supports his younger brother in his hip-hop career, even when he's in Vietnam.
I work with Adrian, aka MC Pain, and produce a lot of his stuff, do his beats, and then together we also organise our own parties sometimes. Adrian's more of a Adrian's quite conservative when it comes to hip hop. He likes old school gangster rap, 90s. I'm more of a rave person. I like parties. So when we get together, we sort of compromise. He does something a bit more geared towards the dance floor. So it's all good. We enjoy it. We enjoy working together. Are you ready?
In this studio setup at home, Adrian has completed dozens of songs. Most of them have been introduced to hip-hop lovers in Vietnam and receive positive feedback even though they're in English.
Let me spit sick shit, face creep, that's it, mic slip. When up on the flow on the same hat trick, tactics. Of a dark mind and turn to the base like a magnet. I send the virus, I'm a bandit. I'm still seeking light in this blurry mist. Standing at a dead end with two bloody fists. I feel like staying sane now, it's a daily test. If you wanna feel different from the rest, be my guest. The weight of the bad things, heavier than the good days. Only signs of my sorrow, shit is all face. I know you don't when I say it's all wrong. But will it just never end till I RIP? Living in a closed maze, never feeling free. I guess I'm alone on this road to catastrophe.
Adrian hopes to inspire young Vietnamese people to learn more about the hip-hop culture. That's when he thought of making a music video and putting them on the internet. Put Out This Flame is his first music video in Vietnam.
My first MV was an MV called Put Out This Flame, which the truth is that it's not really my style. But anyway, my real projects were, I've done a couple of videos which are like a cipher, part 1, part 2 with Lambda, and my MV Sorry, which was recently released, along with my mixtape called Lyrical Therapy, which is free for download.
After getting himself known among Vietnamese hip-hop lovers, Adrian has moved on to bigger projects.
Like the words of a priest. See me rotate crosses 180 degrees. Is the reason why my name is like the mark of the beast. I'm sorry. The one me. I see rainbows on sun when you see it all grey. And the studio is the silent where I'm locked every day. I'm sorry for who they saw those expecting replies, but what they get is a bullet in between their two eyes. At times it's just too late to start thinking wise, and you spend your whole life always questioning why.
Not only sticking to the solo career, Adrian also seeks to team up with Vietnamese rappers. Today, Adrian has a rehearsal with Tuan and Ân, two young talented underground rappers in Ho Chí Minh City. They have just formed a new crew known as Hazard Click.
We share the same passion about music style, you know. It's a bit weird because, you know, it's like one foreigner and two Vietnamese, you know, so, but it's cool, it's really cool. We are really energetic, you know, when we do shows and everything, so, and we do match a lot, you know, when we are writing songs or when we're like on stage or whatever, we match a lot.
There's a lot of foreign rappers in Vietnam or in Saigon, but you know, like a foreigner working with two Vietnamese, that's different. So people will get curious. So they try to find our music, listen to it, and yeah, I'm not like being bragging or anything, but I can be confident that we're good.
The first time I meet Ben is the coffee store, and he know me on internet. The first time he say that, "Oh, where you from?" He think I'm a foreigner. But I say I want to meet him. Okay, so we go to the coffee store and I see him, and then we are big friends. And one time Ben called to me and say, "Do you want to do something serious about hip hop in Vietnam?" And I say, "Okay, we can do it." So we founded HCMC.
With the new crew formed, Adrian and the two Vietnamese members have a whole range of plans. They have completed several songs and also have some tours in southern provinces and city. Adrian is quite hopeful about the growth of hip-hop culture in Vietnam. While being busy with different projects, Adrian still tries the best to keep himself in shape with taekwondo and yangmudo. Being fit allows him to keep on his busy lifestyle in Ho Chí Minh City, the place he now calls home.
I like busy life because it's also productive. You end up doing a lot of things. And Saigon is one of the best cities to do that because there's so many things to do, you know. So if you want to be an active person, it's the place to be.
So that's Adrian with his very interesting life in Ho Chí Minh City. Now moving to our timeout session. As every person in the world is living in the vibrant atmosphere of the World Cup, our timeout today will also talk about sport. Not football, but another sport that is believed to be even older than football. Stay tuned.
Cricket is one of the oldest games in the world, and it continues to thrive today. The game is said to have originated in the 16th century, with international matches being played since 1844. A cricket game consists of two teams with 11 players each. The rules are also similar to baseball. The teams take to bat in innings and try to score runs when the opposing team tries to prevent that from happening. After both teams have batted an equal number of innings, can be either 1 or 2 or whatever is agreed upon. During the game, the team that has the most runs wins. A formal game of cricket can last anything from an afternoon to several days.
Although cricket has yet to infiltrate into Vietnamese sport culture, it has been widely fostered among expats here, especially in Ho Chí Minh City. There are numerous clubs or teams who have been playing and are practicing and competing on a regular basis. So for those who are interested, follow me in today's timeout as I take you to Vietnam Cricket Association, the largest expat cricket community, to join their weekly practice session.
The association was started in 2006. We have 7 clubs. Each club probably has about 30 or 40 members. Most are expatriates living here in Vietnam, but sometimes we have Vietnamese, particularly Viet Kieu, who have lived in Australia or the UK, for example, that also want a club. And on top of a league format where we play each other twice each over the season, we also arrange tour matches to go around the region. We've been to Singapore, we go to Hong Kong, to Bangkok, etc., just to join other clubs that play internationally. We organise an international tournament once every year, and that's a chance for us to invite foreign teams to come and play.
This is a practice session which we normally do before the match, because we play the matches on Sundays, and Saturdays we get the practice nets here.
We only practice in our own team. We don't want to give our secrets away.
We come here, we do bowling, batting and fielding practice.
We'll do that for maybe 1 hour, and then we'll do some fielding exercises. So like catching, running, throwing, and fitness, of course.
So every week, the matches are held one day after the practice session. And today is the game between Sri Lanka versus English Cricket Club of Saigon. And this is the first time I watched a live cricket match, so I cannot miss the chance to discover how cricket has conquered the hearts of millions of players worldwide. First, let's have a small chit-chat with one of the teams.
Get the mind going.
Hi guys! Hi! How you doing?
Good. Very good.
Are you excited for the match today?
Sure. Yeah.
So what have you prepared today, to beat the other team? What kind of strategy do you have?
We've been working on our in the nets to bowl straight, which is always a good start.
So today you are competing with Sri Lanka Cricket Club, right? So how do you think about their level?
They're pretty good. They've won their first 2 matches, but we haven't got started yet.
Okay, then good luck with the match today. Yeah, bye.
You ready?
As an Englishman, you learn to play cricket when you're about 5 years old. It's a much simpler game when you're younger, but everyone plays in schools, everyone gets to understand the game, and it's something that I've always loved. It's the oldest known sport with any kind of rules and tradition.
The game finishes after 2 innings and the English club wins over the Sri Lankan club. But like any other team sports, it's not the matter of winning or losing in cricket that attracts people.
This is a very good, I will say, platform to talk with other communities. When we are not playing, we meet somewhere out, we go for drinks, we sit together, we chat about the family, social things, about the business, and that's how we are, bonded with each other.
My hope for the future is that we continue to generate a high profile here for cricket in the region, cricket for Vietnam, but also that we can get an understanding amongst Vietnamese sporting community that it's something that they can access, that we try and get young Vietnamese kids to play and get them to develop as they grow up so that they understand that it is a safe sport and it's highly competitive and it's something that they should do.
So if you're also a cricket fan and you would love to join them, simply contact Vietnam Cricket Association via the number and the email address on screen right now. Well, I hope that you've had a great time with us today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
And that's it for Sport Living this week. If you have any comments or ideas, please send them to sportliving@vtv.vn. You can also log on to vtv4.vn to rewatch any of our show. Thanks for watching and see you next time.